My story is one that starts where I was in the gym training 10 hours a day, and I loved my job, but you just can't stick with that too long for so many reasons. I had also began CrossFit. I wanted to try something new. Went too hard at it, too fast, and I had a pretty severe back injury, and I had gone to chiropractors and massage therapists, and nothing was working, and the chronic pain just wore on me. And so that launched me into looking into more nutrition for healing. And then about that time, I got a call from my friends who had gotten their hands on this technology. And they said, "You've been practicing a ketogenic diet. How has that been for you?" And I'm like, it's pretty extreme, but it's the first thing that I have found that's been healing this pain, and that has been enabling me to get back to normal. I was desperate to find something that got me out of pain and put me back to feeling like a 30-year-old who could function normal. Within weeks, my pain was gone. We're seeing a lot of really amazing stories come out from the fitness world with people doing what they've always done and now adding this in, and the journey's just not as hard as it used to be. It's my dream job to help people. And now I've found a way to stay at home from my computer and do it and be with my daughter and help provide for our family.
I mean, to just see what this company has done in such a short time, it's unbelievable to just know that we get to help people become better. It's amazing.
And to meet the CEO and all the founders and to the heart behind the company, it has been amazing and just truly a blessing to our family.
It's been awesome. We've got 4 kids, tiny, and my wife stays at home, and what's been such an amazing blessing to us is just not the financial side, but the fact that we've gotten to help so many people just get better. The stories come in day after day, text messages, Facebook messages, they're coming in from all over the place. And so it's just a true honor to be able to partner with such an amazing company.
Yeah, we can't help but share it. It's been super easy. It's been a blessing for us, and we just have to share it with other people. And so it's amazing to hear the stories and to hear how it's helping others.
Yeah, I'm 45 years old. I have 2 kids. I'm a single mom, and I'm just not happy with myself. I feel like there's a lot of things that I would enjoy doing with my kids if I felt better, as far as having the weight off. I love going to the beach. And obviously, that's not fun when you're 40 pounds overweight. I ate the wrong foods, not a lot of food. So I love sweets, I love carbs. I would skip eating a steak if it meant I could eat dessert. My family has hereditary heart disease and high blood pressure. So I was trying to find something that I felt comfortable with doing as far as lifestyle change, diet, whatever that I knew I would stick to. So I found the ketogenic lifestyle, and I thought this makes perfect sense. And then I totally just stumbled across this product as I was researching it. I started the product 3 weeks ago Tuesday, and I've lost 10 pounds. I have not at all been strict with my diet, so I know I can do a lot better. I've seen people who have had amazing results, and so I have a lot of hope and faith that it's gonna happen for me. And it's really been easy. You know, I'm getting married in a month, and so my fiance works his butt off in construction. Like, I hate to see him work like he does, and they just don't make a lot of money. Part of my why in this is I really want to be able to retire him. I want to enjoy life and enjoy it somewhere that I love being, and be able to do things for my kids. So, you know, there's a lifestyle to this too that I'm looking for, you know, above and beyond just getting healthy and losing weight. It's about enjoying life and living your life out to the fullest.
About 18 months ago was the first time I'd ever heard about a high-fat diet and about getting your body into ketosis and all the benefits that came with that. And it made perfect sense to me logically. So I'm like, let's try it. I want to see what's going to happen. So I started the high-fat diet, and the first thing I noticed was my brain. Like, I remember feeling like more focus and more energy, and just I got addicted to that. I loved it. And so I started doing that, and it was awesome. But then I started to try to get my body into ketosis, which is a lot easier said than done. I tried that process over and over again for probably 7 or 8 months, and just could never get to the point where I was. But I felt good, so I felt really happy about it. And after doing that for almost a year, I was like, well, I wonder what, like like a lot of friends I know have been losing weight. I don't know if I am or not, so I want to go check. And so went and got my body fat tested, and my body fat percentage actually gone up quite substantially. It was almost a 26% body fat, and I was just like, I didn't feel good about that at all. And so I finally decided, you know, even though I'm getting these amazing benefits from the high fat diet and those things, like if I'm not losing weight, like I can't keep doing it, especially if I'm gaining weight. And so I stopped. And about 2 months later, one of my friends called me and started talking about like ketosis and why this is so great. And I was like, I know, but I tried it, it didn't work for me. And so he said, well, I need you to try this thing. And he sent me out 3 sample packs of a product called keto-os. I was like, all right, I'll try it out. So I remember the first morning I was on the run. I didn't have time to eat breakfast that morning, and I opened up the pack and I mixed it up and I drank it. And the first thing I remember, like, it tasted like really, really good. I was like, this is like drinking candy. Like, there's no way this is good for me. So I drank it, and then I went through that day. And that day I didn't have time for lunch and everything. I got home like at 4 or 5 o'clock at night, and I remember I was doing a bunch of stuff, and all of a sudden I stopped and I was like, I wasn't hungry all day long. I had tons of energy, tons of focus. I was like, there's something to this. I gotta keep trying it. So I tried my 2 other sample packs, and at that point I was hooked. Like, I was like, this is awesome. But I was out. So I was trying to get some more. It took me almost a month before I got some more. And so when I got it, I said, you know, I'm gonna try this with the high fat diet and see if it does anything, because they go hand in hand. So I started doing it and started mixing it and went back to this high fat diet again. And this time it was different though. I got the same feelings. I felt the same you know, the energy and the focus and stuff was there. But this time I started losing weight. And when I started this process, I was over 220. And just it started dropping, boom, boom. And every day I get on the scale and I lose like a pound, then a pound and a half. And I was like, there's no way that this, it didn't make sense. I've never in my life lost weight consistently like that, boom, boom, boom. I remember the time I dropped below 200, and I was like, I haven't been below 200 pounds in probably 3.5, 4 years. And so then I told my dad, and I told my friends, I started telling everybody, all these people about it, and they start taking it. And I started sending them sample packs. And just try the sample packs. If you try those, like, first off, you'll see how good it tastes. And second off, you'll see how you feel. And third off, you're probably gonna lose weight. My dad was the same thing. He lost 1.5 pounds the first day, then a pound, then 1.5 pounds the third day. And he was like, I need more, give me some more. And it's just been awesome. And so I am a huge believer in it now. For whatever reason, using keto-os with the high fat diet, like tying those 2 things together, is what worked for me. Just as kind of a final test, I went in recently to go get my body fat percentage tested again to see, like, I'm losing weight, but is it affecting the body fat percentage as well? And I dropped over 7% body fat during this period of time. You know, I don't drink coffee or things like that. I know people will wake up and that's what they look forward to. For me, it's keto-os. I wake up in the morning, I mix it, I drink it, and for the rest of the day, I just have that energy and that focus. And I know that the next morning when I get on the scale, I'm gonna have lost some more weight. And so that's why I love it.
For me, one thing that I've really wanted to do as I started building my family, my wife and I have been married for 6 years, and we finally had our first baby. We finally had our first baby girl. And I don't know if you've had kids before, you know what it's like having one. And I know a lot of men put on kind of baby weight with the wife, and I put on a ton. And it's kind of been happening over the years where I had put on 30, 40 pounds. And I remember bringing Stella home for the very first time and thinking, oh man, I got this. And physically my back hurt. And because my back started hurting, I started hunching over, which was causing my legs to hurt, my knees to hurt, which was causing me to not be able to put Stella to bed. And it just, that, I'm not kidding, that was a big deal to me. I was sweating. I don't know if any of you have any weight to lose, but the heavier you get, the more you sweat. And the more you sweat, the more uncomfortable you get, the harder it is to put down a child. And I know I'm kind of harping on this part, but that was my new world. So I go meet a friend of mine. He flies in from Louisville, Kentucky. We meet in Orange County, and he's got an unmarked little baggie with white powder in it. I'm not kidding. So I'm going, interesting, gonna be a fun meeting. So we pour it in some water, and we drink it. And 15, 18, 20 minutes into it, physically I felt different. I looked at him and I go, I need a lot of this product. And he goes, well, I hope you let that sample last because we don't have any more. I had no idea. I was that ignorant on the topic of therapeutic ketones and ketone. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you mean, but whatever that was in that drink tasted delicious, and it made me feel like Superman in about 20 minutes. So make some more of it. Here's my address, send it to my house. I mean, I've lost 44 pounds on this product with the lifestyle that we've created, with the environment and the education that we've provided. People want what we have. Use the product, get a result with it, and just let your body do the sort of storytelling for you, and it ought to naturally, grassroots, sort of organically grow. To me, that's everything that's worked for us, is we've just kept it simple and had fun with it and just personally changed. I could have cared less what I looked like in the mirror, because it wasn't about that. It was about, could I be a better dad? And it all came from one of my friends literally giving me a sample, an unmarked sample in a baggie with some water. I shook it up and drank it and went, that's awesome.
there, I'm Brittany Carrier. I was first runner-up for Mrs. Kansas, Mrs. Leewood. I have a passion for health and fitness. I have a platform of obesity awareness, specifically childhood obesity, because I eat a vegetarian diet. I have not adapted a ketogenic diet, and it works well with me. I'm very conscious of what I put in my body. No chemicals, no GMOs. I like to know where my food comes from, and I've been taking it for about 7 weeks now. And I'm a mom of 2 children, small children, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and so I am constantly on the go. The things that I've noticed are increased energy, and it's not like a stimulated energy. It's very consistent, but I also noticed that I don't have to try to maintain my weight. It just is maintainable. And so this product in my life is very valuable to me. I'm Brittany Carrier. I'm Mrs. Kansas, first runner-up, and I prove it every day.
The Pruvit story is, really, I think, kind of cool, just because the name Pruvit, a lot of people are associating that the name is in relationship to our initial ketone operating system product, because you can prove that it's working in your body by doing a simple urine test or a blood test within 30 minutes. But Pruvit is more of a philosophy, and it actually came from a good friend of mine who wanted to start an apparel company, and he wanted to name it Pruvit. And I came downstairs one day, saw him had on the shirt, it said Pruvit. I said, "What's that about?" He said, "Well, it's a philosophy." And I said, "What kind of philosophy?" He said, "Well, just think about it. I mean, we all have more in us to give." And he said, "But sometimes we have to challenge ourselves to do more, to be more, or to use more of our potential." And he said, "So I want to start a cool apparel company." And I said, "No, that's really interesting." I said, "Well, like what?" He goes, "Well, just think about it, Brian. You say you want to lose weight? That's great. Prove it." He said, "You say you want to be a better dad? That's great. Prove it. You say that you want to make $1 million. Well, that's great. Prove it." So if you really look at Prove It from a definition perspective, we look at prove as to demonstrate what is real or to manifest. That is the definition of prove. And it would be your dreams or your goals or your purpose in life. And so what we feel like is if we can develop a community that is in the pursuit of demonstrating what is real, proving, if they're in the pursuit of manifesting their dreams or their goals, through that pursuit, that action, that's what's going to inspire others to do more and be more. And so, I think if anyone just thinks about what inspires them is when they see greatness occurring, and they realize, hey, wait a minute, I can do this too. What one person can do, another can do. And so, Prove It to us is not just about proving that a product works or just about evidence-based product, but it's also about a philosophy of, how can we empower other people to be the best version of themselves? You have so many people that are wearing these fit bands, right? Because it's a challenge to themselves, a constant reminder, to get out and move or to walk. And so it's really me versus me. And so with our community, we don't want to just go out and sell products. That's kind of old paradigm. I don't think anybody wants to feel like that they're heavy-handed sell anything, but more so that we want to create a community that through our stories inspire other people that want to participate and purchase our products and our programs and participate in the movement of what we're doing or what we're creating. So that's kind of the philosophy of Prove It. Keto-os, the ketone operating system stems from people wanting more out of life, really. Because if you think about better, what is better, right? Do people want better energy? Yes. People want, better vitality? Yes. Do they want better sleep? Yes. But what is better? So you take a look at the supplement industry as a whole, and there's been billions of products that have been sold through the years under this premise that if I take this product, I'm going to get better. With ketones, you can actually measure ketones in your blood. And so whenever you take our product, it puts you in ketosis, which gives you elevated ketone levels in your blood in less than 30 minutes. What our product does that's never been done is it gives you the ability to be in ketosis in 30 minutes or less without going through a starvation diet or a low-carb diet. We want a community of people that buy into the philosophy of, proving it every day. Try the product, prove it to yourself if it works or doesn't. If you like it, then participate and enjoy the benefits from it. And what we've always found in our marketplace today is if someone enjoys something and they have a great experience, they're going to be excited and talk about it. But it's going to be at a natural level and not at a unnatural pursuant of, you know, is there a hook? Is there some reason why he's talking to me about that? So our approach is just be who you are and share the product. And if you like the product, that's great. You'll come back.